What's going on, you guys? My name is Noel. I make videos. Sometimes they do good, sometimes they flop. So let's roll the dice on this one and see what happens. If you would like to follow me on social media, it's gonna pop up on the screen at some point. Click on it, pick it, social media, Twitter, Instagram, follow, do all that good stuff. Before I start this video,
hey, what happened?
spoilers over everything I'm about to say. Like, why would you even click on a YouTube video about me talking about a TV show if you have not watched it? If you continue on after this point, do not do mental gymnastics in my comment section because you will be swiftly blocked.
I don't want to hear that.
Because we don't argue over here. It's too early in 2021 to be arguing. So, How to Get Away from Murder is chaotic. The show makes me feel a lot of emotions. All the emotions.
It triggers me in a way.
It's messy, crazy,
Insane, dangerous.
there is a lack of accountability going around on this show. And you know what? I love it. I really get everything I need out of this show. And I'm gonna tell you why. So, How to Get Away with Murder is about... No! When How to Get Away with Murder first aired, I watched it up till season 5 and then I fell off the face of the earth. But I was like, I need to see this to the end. This show was getting good, it was entertaining, it was wild, and I need to get this. So over quarantine and winter break, I made the executive decision in my life to sit down and Netflix How to Get Away with Murder from season 1 to 6. And it was a roller coaster. It was a lot of emotions. Screamed, I yelled, I shook my head a lot, because there were choices here. I've talked about TV shows in the past, and I'm trying to figure out a way how to, like, organize this all. So I'm gonna do my best to organize this as best as I can.
Big old freak, big booty, big old tree. I'ma make him wait for the...
So just in general about the show, one of the things I really just find very off-putting is there's a lot of swapping of the fluids. A lot of people hook up. There's Laurel and Frank, and then Laurel and Wes, and then Bonnie kissed Annelise, and then Bonnie kissed Sam, and then Annelise and Nate, and then it was just like, it was just a lot of fluid swapping within this group of people. It was coming to a point where I was like, okay, we can stop now. We can stop now. And I think the best line that has been used so much in this show, how can I trust you? Because everybody lies in this show. Everybody lies to everybody. Nobody knows the truth. Nobody even knows an inkling of the truth, but they lie about everything.
I've been lying to you over and over.
The show is funny. The show is funny, and it's... That's enough about the premise of the show. I'm gonna talk about the characters. And the first character I'm going to talk about is Wes. I love Wes. I think Wes is great. He is very troubled, and considering his tragic backstory, he could have turned out a lot worse. And I think, how do I put this? Like, it seems like every single character in the show has some traumatic backstory, and I guess it's supposed to, like, I don't know, explain why they are the way they are, why bodies tend to fall, why they frame people for murder, why they, I don't know, deport people for no reason. I don't understand. They didn't need to kill him. When they killed him, I was very upset. I was like, why do we gotta do that? And then Wes and Laurel happened, and I was like,
We're not gonna have that.
I don't know why this had to happen, but it did. But before Wes and Laurel, there was Wes and Rebecca, and I thought Rebecca was terrible for Wes. I was like, why is he so into this girl? Even after she told him, like, the girl drugged her roommate, and then her roommate had like a mental episode. Like the dude was like, his fingers were bloody because he was clawing the wall because he was on drugs because she drugged him. So yeah, and he stayed with her. I don't know, they were both, I don't know. Yeah, Wes was kind of, I mean, And then when Rebecca went missing and he was giving Annelise a lot of attitude, like, she's still your teacher. You know, she's still your teacher. She can still fail you. She can still take you to police. So, I mean, one thing I did not like about Wes's character is after they killed him off the show, they were going through, like, when all the evidence was coming together to, like, put the Keating 5 and Annelise Keating in jail, they kept bringing up Wes's mental health, saying that he was mentally ill and he killed Sam, like he was crazy, and he really wasn't. Like, they really put trash on this man's name. They said that he was mentally ill and crazy and made him seem like, saying that he was hyper and extra and looking for Sam, and they lied. They perjured themselves, and they made Wes look like a crazy psychopath, and that really wasn't the case, because he killed Sam because Sam was choking his girlfriend, who, granted, she committed breaking and entering. She was trespassing in someone's private home, but still, he was choking her, and he killed him out of self-defense. So then we have Asher.
Oh my god, it's not funny.
And Asher, I have a love-hate relationship for Asher. I think Asher's a good character. He is the comedic relief of the show. He is the comedy. There is no comedy without Asher. And I loved how they like played around with his like frat boy ignorance. Like, I mean, it was endearing sometimes, like in like a ignorant white person way. Like, oh, ha 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 ha, you're so ignorant. I can like I laugh at you. You're foolish. And then it was like really gross. Like when he brought up the fact that Oliver was HIV positive, even though Oliver didn't give consent for anybody to disclose that information, and he just mentioned it, like, tone deaf. And then when he got into an argument with this black girl because he smacked her behind because she looked like Michaela, his girlfriend, ignorance. And I will say, unlike all the other relationships, like honestly, I thought the Wes and Laura relationship was like, I wasn't here for it. I was like, I could have done without this. Like I really could have, I could have survived without this. But I thought that all the relationships that Asher was in made sense. Him and Michaela was cute. He and Bonnie were cute. You know, it was him and Bonnie were was a little off-putting, but it was cute. And honestly, they call it the Keating 5, but it was really the Keating 4 because Asher wasn't really in the murder circle for a minute because he wasn't a part of Sam dying. He was just, you know, he wasn't there. So he didn't start, I don't think he killed anybody, and I don't think he killed Sinclair till like season 3. So he was really innocent for a long time. Well, innocent, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in here has tragic backstories, but they also have horrible things that they have done. Yeah. And the storyline about his family, like his father committed suicide because he got caught for putting an innocent black man in jail, and then his mother became depressed because they lost their money and their status. And I mean, I'm not saying that it was a bad plot point. I'm not saying that it didn't make sense. I'm not saying that it wasn't well written. I'm just saying that I didn't care. I couldn't care. You want me to care about this white family who has used their privilege to bypass everything that has happened in their life. Literally, his mother covered up the fact that a girl was sexually assaulted at a party by several men, a party that Asher was hosting. She covered that up. His father put an innocent man in jail to further his career. His sister is useless because she's a grown woman with no job and can't even drive, doesn't have a license. And her own mother was like, you're a failure. So just like, his family was useless. And I was like, I'm sorry that these privileged white people are no longer being able to use their privilege. I just didn't care at this point. I didn't care. You know, I didn't care. I didn't care. You could write it. It was well written, Shonda Rhimes. It was well written, well put. I'm not saying it was a bad plot point. I didn't care. I didn't care about the privileged white family, you know, having to deal with the consequences of our actions. Asher was a cool dude. I was surprised they killed him off. I didn't know. Next we have Michaela.
My sister done burnt too many bridges, and there's nothing I can do for her now.
So I have a love-hate relationship with Michaela. I appreciate the fact that she's a powerful black woman who is ambitious and gets what she wants. I appreciated that she was just like, she was A1. She was smart, she was doing what she's doing, she was going toe-to-toe with the men in her field, and she was doing that. However, Michaela was very cutthroat. And Sis was very much trying to bury who she used to be because she was adopted. And and she was very much giving respectability of politics, like very much, I'm gonna bury my past. I'm gonna hide who I used to be, and I'm gonna be someone different. I'm Michaela, I'm put together, she was really trying to live this like rich life fantasy, like her fiance was wealthy and she was really trying to marry into that family. I mean, and the storyline about her fiance being bisexual was comical, but also the fact that she threatened to like ruin his political career by admitting that he is bisexual if he ever like embarrasses her. Michaela was messed up. I mean, everybody in the show was messed up. Like, there's nobody innocent in this show. Like, there's no one innocent in the show. She was messed up. She was doing a lot. And Michaela annoyed me a lot. She did a lot of, not even annoyed me, but she really sickened me. Deporting her classmate, who is a homosexual, back to Pakistan, where he could be killed for being gay. She deported him, and it was unnecessary too.
That ain't the work of the Lord.
And then got mad when people were like calling her out on this. Like, oh my god, no. I thought it was very funny that she took the deal at the end and like dodged jail, cause, oh my gosh. And her and Connor annoyed me for the same reasons, because her and Connor were so caught up in the fact that everything is Annelise's fault. And it's like, no. No. It's not Annelise's fault that you got scared out of going to the police. It's not Annelise's fault that you agreed to help Wes move her dead husband's body and chop it up and put it in a landfill. That's not Annelise's fault, you know? Annelise is keeping you out of jail. Keating 5, they would talk so much mess to Annelise Keating, and then when something goes wrong, like a body hits the floor, all of a sudden, we need your help. We're in trouble. We're panicking because someone's dead, because someone always dies around y'all, because y'all always killing people. Her and Connor just refuse to take accountability for their own actions. Yes, Annelise has done some terrible things. Yes, did she take advantage of Connor and Michaela and convince them not to go to the police? I mean, she saved y'all, because at this point, y'all had already disposed of the body, so you were already accomplices. So she just helped y'all not go to jail. And Michaela was trying to be Annelise. She was really trying to be Annelise, and it was just like, girl, no. 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 And the one thing about the Keating 5, they definitely evolved, because it definitely went from, and then it was just like, the Keating 5 got on my nerves in general, just because they were really like stuck on this, are we good people? No. You deported a gay immigrant. You have framed people for crimes they didn't commit to save your own behind. You dispose of a dead body. You're not a good person. Next is Connor. Connor's annoying. Connor's handsome. He's annoying. He was very self-loathing, and it was just like, girl, like, I'm just tired. And Connor was I know I pointed out that like Asher was very privileged, but Connor was very privileged. The fact that he called Wes waitlist, and because Wes got in the law school off the waitlist thanks to Annelise Keating. But like Wes is like, he's an immigrant who grew up in the foster care system because his mother died and committed suicide when he was younger. And you're making fun of him for that. You're calling him waitlist when your rich daddy pays for you to go to college. And then Connor was the one who dropped out. Connor dropped out. And yeah, once again, Connor and Michaela were blaming Annelise for all their problems. And it's like, girl, you need to take some accountability here, you know? Annelise definitely was their scapegoat. She was their scapegoat to like blame everything on everyone. And Connor was very much trying to give moral compass, and it's like, girl, you're not the moral compass. You're not. You're really just not the moral compass. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're not. Just give it up. He wasn't the moral compass. He needed to get over that fantasy. I did think that he and Oliver were very cute together. I thought that they were, honestly, they were cute together, but honestly, all these relationships were just messed up. And I was very happy that in season 6, Connor finally admitted that like, they're trauma bonded. Like, y'all aren't together because you're in love. You're together because y'all are all combined through trauma. The only reason they became friends is because if they didn't talk to each other, they were going to break mentally and then go to the police. Y'all formed out of trauma and fear of not going to jail. That is not a genuine friendship. That is trauma. But yeah, to sum up Connor's character in 2 words, blaming and pouting. Because that's what he did.
Everybody get up.
Okay, next character on the list is Oliver. Oliver is cool. I enjoyed Oliver until the end. He started to annoy me. I mean, everybody on the show annoys me, but people are annoying. I'm annoying. We're all annoying. And it's just like, they kept trying to paint this image that like Oliver got corrupted by the group, but it's like Oliver begged. He begged to be in the illegal activity. He begged to be on the in circle about the murder and stuff. And it's just like, girl, nobody asked you to be here. I was really done with Oliver when A, he hit Asher in the head with the fire poker, and then B, he kicked Gabriel out. And I was very upset with them with Gabriel because y'all are literally like I'm not saying y'all gotta confess everything to this man, but y'all are treating him like crap. And y'all literally murdered his father. Wes murdered his father and y'all disposed of his father's body. You chopped him up and put him in the landfill, and y'all are treating his son like crap. And he's trying to figure out what happened to his daddy who died. And then he was just so insistent on staying with Connor, even though Connor was right. Like, y'all are bonded by trauma. Everybody on the show is bonded by trauma. You're trauma bonded. Trauma bonded. And it's a dependency. But Oliver was cool. He and Connor were cute. They gave us a lot of great scenes. But I was just kind of like, eh. And then to see they were still together, and I was like, okay, so you guys maybe you guys got over the trauma bond thing. I don't know. Maybe. Oliver was alright. But that's all I got to say about him. I don't have too much to say about Oliver. He's cool. He was the innocent one until he wasn't.
Are you deranged? Go to hell.
Next we have Frank. Frank was dangerous. Frank was a lot. He was giving very much Annelise's attack dog. He was very much just killing people off. Like, I don't know. Frank was doing a lot. He was doing a lot. And I think Frank was the person who was like pushing the show to like the extreme. Like, he set people on fire. He's choking out college girls. One thing about him killing Lila Stangard, I just find it very hard to believe that a grown man and dressed in all black and leather gloves went unnoticed in a sorority house. Like, did he scale the building? Like, you can't tell me that none of those sorority girls noticed a grown man dressed in all black and a hoodie. I thought Frank and Bonnie's relationship was cool. I thought he was paying Bonnie a lot, and I was just like, he should have been with Bonnie and not Laurel. Because I was like, Laurel's not going to be with you, Frank. But, I mean, it is what it is. Chandra Rhimes, when it came to Frank's character, she introduced something in this show that I was not expecting and that I really could have done without. And that is incest. I didn't need to know that Frank was Sam and Hannah Keating's child. I did not need to know the incestuous possible sexual abuse going. I didn't need to know that. And that just shows a lot about Sam. And I appreciate this show, like, revealing more about Sam because he was the first one to die. That everything came around full circle. Like, season 6 really wrapped everything up, and it was like, you guys, when you kill somebody, it's serious. Like, these murders and these crimes don't just go away. They may, you know, be delayed, and you might be able to dodge them for a little bit, but everything's come to the surface eventually. Yeah, Frank was a lot. He was a lot. I wanted him and Bonnie to be together in the end, and I was sad when they were both shot and killed. But I mean, to be fair, they were both murderers. And I mean, while some murderers got happy endings on the show, they all couldn't. Then we have Bonnie. Bonnie was a tragic figure. She was very tragic. She had a lot going on. I was very embarrassed when she was doing her first court case on the show and she was just messing everything up. And she literally said, "This is all my client is guilty." I mean, not guilty. Very embarrassed for her. Didn't love that. I was like, baby girl, Annelise, you gotta pull your weight. It was, her and Annelise had a very weird, like, mommy-daughter relationship, but then they also kissed. Are you and Annelise, like, lovers? Mother-daughter? Like, their relationship crossed a lot of boundaries that I wasn't quite, I didn't quite get it. I don't know if this is supposed to be, like, a mother-daughter thing, or this is, like, lesbian, you know? And then Bonnie kissed Annelise, she kissed Sam, she killed Rebecca, and that was so unnecessary. I mean, then again, Rebecca had a big mouth. Everything is Rebecca's fault. Not everything, but like Sam is all Rebecca's fault. She broke into Sam's house, which led to Wes having to kill him in self-defense. So like, Rebecca's the blame for everything. But do I believe Rebecca would have kept her mouth shut? I'm not fully sure. However, killing her was tying up a loose end. However, that just led to more like heat on them. It was just not a good look for Bonnie. I was very upset, but I was sad that when she died. I was very sad. It was a 6-season roller coaster for me, let me tell you. Okay, so next we have Gabriel. Gabriel's cool. He was great to look at. He's very handsome. I wasn't too invested. I was like, who was his child? And then when he showed up, I was like, okay, like, okay. I was getting very annoyed just because he was like, I want to know what happened to Sam. I want to know what happened to Sam. I'm just like, baby girl, that boat is past. Okay, we've been dealing with what happened to Sam for like 5 seasons now. Baby, you need to catch up. You need to catch up. You should have been here season 6. You should have been here season 1. You need to catch up. I don't know. He was very handsome. I enjoyed him and Michaela together. I enjoyed his like, you know, reform the justice system and take down people and, you know, help the poor people and help the black and brown people. I love that. And he was a good person. He was a good person. I mean, he did kill his mother's boyfriend by slipping him pills that caused him to overdose as a child. Wow. You know what? There's not a good person on the show. There are no good people on how to get away with murder. Everybody is committing murders and crimes and perjuring themselves. But when it came to Gabriel, I was very neutral. I did enjoy him punching Asher. Asher deserved that so much. Asher was really testing the waters, and I mean, I don't know how y'all got into a fight in a courthouse and didn't get arrested, but I was here for him punching Asher. I was also here for Asher punching Connor, because Connor deserved it. Connor was talking so much mess about Wes, and then you find that your friend Laurel is pregnant by the guy who's dead, and you're gonna tell her to get an abortion and like make some snarky comment, and then Michaela's trying to guilt Asher for like fighting. Like, no. Connor deserved that punch, okay? Okay, the next character is Nate. I was really rooting for Nate and Annelise, but Annelise is no good for him. She kept doing my man dirty. She kept, you know, really just playing him, framing him for crimes that he did not commit. Was not a cute look. I wanted him to be with Annelise. I was like, Annelise is no good. She just can't be in a relationship right now. But I enjoyed Nate. I was getting very irritated with Nate when it came to the Miller situation, because he just refused to believe that he killed an innocent person. You were wrong. And he just kept poking around. He just kept doing reckless stuff. Fighting security guards, making outbursts. Like, he was just really making himself look bad. And I was like, you need to go sit down somewhere, because you're doing too much. Everybody on this show just annoys me. Like, they be good, and then they get annoying. And it's just like, sit down. I don't know. Annelise's power over all these people because she did Nate dirty so many times and he always came back. Even in the end, always came back. Next we have Tegan. Castillo. Love her. That's all we need to say. That's all I need to say. She just kept saying Castillo. 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 She was really getting that accent together. Every line take. Okay, next we have Laurel. Laurel was annoying. She was. I can't even lie. Laurel was annoying and yeah. That's all I can say. But the character was annoying. Laurel was annoying as a character. I had to respect her for like going MIA the end of season 5 and then coming back at the end of season 6 with an immunity deal. No jail time. I gotta respect the girl's hustle. I gotta respect it. Although I have to say, season 5, everything was Laurel's fault. Because homegirl had to go find evidence to get to her father and doing things she had no business doing and sticking her nose in things she had no business sticking her nose in. It was Laurel's fault. It was all her fault. She got them all dragged into this mess. She dragged everybody into it. And somebody shot themselves because of her. She was doing a lot. I thought her and Wes were weird together, but I respected it. It happened. It happened. But she was a very annoying character. I will say season 1, I felt bad for her because Annelise was really on her neck. Because when she was hooking up with Frank, Annelise might as well just call this girl a whore or a hoe. Because Annelise was really just coming for her, talking about her opening her legs and just Frank messing around with her and having to have that man do things for her. Annelise was not giving, Laura was getting on. So I was feeling bad for baby girl. She was trying. She was really trying to be the best she could be. And she was really giving it a lot. She's giving a lot. But I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the show. Laura was not my favorite character. She's probably like my least favorite out of the Keating 5. No, she's above Connor. If I had to rank the Keating 5, it'd be Wes, Asher, Michaela, Laurel, Connor. That's my ranking.
It's a bad bitch. I'm sorry. That's a badass bitch. A bad, classy ass bitch.
Okay, so last but not least, we have the Queen Bee of the show, the best character. Not as far as morality, because once again, nobody is a good person in this show, but the best character, most interesting character, the character that everything about her was interesting, everything about her life, you know who I'm talking about, the Queen Bee, Annelise Keating. So Annelise Keating is a mess. There's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of lies.
I've been lied to you over and over.
There's a lot of horrible decisions. Horrible things have been done. She's gotten off predators, rapists, murderers, all off of charges. She's lied. She's illegally planted evidence. She's framed people. She framed her boyfriend. Like, homegirl is a mess. She has manipulated people, and honestly, she's still entertaining. She's still that girl. And even in the end, after everything Annelise has done, I was still rooting for her because I was like, these murderers and criminals are gonna get on the stand and perjure themselves to try to put Annelise in jail for everything they ever did. No. And then Connor and Michaela had the audacity to say that Wes was sleeping with Annelise. Disgusting. How dare you speak on your dead? I don't even know. I struggle to call the Keating 5 friends because once again they were together by trauma. And they were only together being friends so that they would not go crazy and go to the cops with their crimes and go to jail. They were friends out of a fear of prison. So I struggle to call them friends, but how dare you? This boy is dead and you lie and said that he was sleeping with this professor? That's disgusting. How dare you? How dare you? Annelise is crazy. And honestly, even then I was like, girl, like, she didn't kill anybody. You know, Annelise never, and the one thing is, Connor and Michaela and them want to preach about being good people because once again, you're not a good person if you cover up a murder and you kill people. You're not a good person. Just get over it. You're not good people. Annelise never said she was a good person. Never said she was nice. Never said she was the moral compass. No. But she did say that she didn't kill nobody, and she didn't kill nobody. She ain't killed not one person. Those are the facts. The facts are the facts. And Annelise, one thing Annelise did mess up in the show is she kept trying, in the beginning, she kept trying to assert dominance. And it's like, no. Because once they helped cover up Sam's murder and Annelise knew, that ruined any professor-student relationship, ruined it. Like, it's all unprofessional. Y'all have too much personal information on each other for y'all to go back to just being professor and student. And it was like, I felt like she was trying to maintain that student-professor relationship, and it's too much. They know about your life, they know about you, y'all are in this criminal relationship, so like any chance of y'all like you being like a superior figure. No, you can fail them, but like in a personal relationship, being personal boss, it's just not gonna work. The alcoholism, it was nerve-wracking. It was nerve-wracking to say the least. I was like, Annelise, don't drink. Don't drink. When they brought on Kerry Washington and Sis is about to drink before her Supreme Court win, I was like, all the hard work is gone. And you know what? That's a realistic depiction of alcohol. Actually, I'm not an alcoholic, so I can't really say what is good representation for like people who have like alcoholism and addictions. But I mean, realistically, everybody who struggles with, you know, addictions, it's not just something that you can just put down and walk away. It's a struggle. It's a constant working towards. Annelise was messed up. And I keep saying in this video that like the kids were trying to put their responsibility on Annelise, saying that she ruined their life, and she really didn't. However, I will say the one thing they can be mad about her about, well, one, she was lying about a lot of things. The fact that she lied about Noel Michaela's real father, the fact that she just lied about a lot of things. Like, it's very clear that once you get to season 6, you start questioning everything, because it's like Annelise has connections and knows everything about these kids' backstory. The fact that she knew Wes's mother, she knew Michaela's father, she knew, I don't know how much Annelise knew, but she knew some of these kids prior to hiring them. So it's just like, you pick these children for a specific reason, you know? And she kept secrets, and she kept secrets. She was doing a lot. But Annelise goes hard. She literally took a bullet. She was like, shoot me in the leg. Shoot me in the leg so that we can say that somebody shot me and we can get this whole thing flirted out. And one thing they can be mad about her is definitely the lying, but also the fact that she guilted them into helping them cover up Emily Sinclair's murder since Asher ran over her with the car. And she was like, they killed Sam. They killed Sam, Asher. They're gonna help you. And I mean, when you're a murderer, when you're like an accomplice to murder, you really can't say no. I mean, I just don't know. This show is messy. Seasons 1 through 3 were like pretty realistic. I mean, I won't say it's all unrealistic, because I'm sure there are definitely corrupt politicians and like crime families. I'm definitely sure that happens in real life. I've never experienced that in real life. I would hope I haven't experienced that in real life. You know, I don't do the criminal activity. I'm trying to live my life and, you know, be safe and not be dead. And her ending monologue, when she just lists all the horrible things she's done. She's a cheater. She's perjured herself. She's planted evidence. She's framed people. She's told clients to lie on the stand. She's bullied students. She's done a lot of things. You know, she's done a lot of things. But I appreciate Annelise. Annelise is forthcoming. She's not going to be nice. She's not going to do things legally. She's not going to do that, but she won't kill nobody. She won't kill nobody. She didn't kill not a one person. Annelise is a show. Annelise is a show. And it is my theory that I believe that Viola Davis is one of the greatest actors to ever exist. Actors, actresses. I have to say, I enjoyed the show. You know, How to Get Away with Murder let me know that even if you commit murder and break the law, you can still have a happy life. Alright, with that being said, that's in this video. My name is Cameron Noel. I make videos. Sometimes they're good, and sometimes they flop. Let's see what this one's gonna do. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification down below so that you get notified when I upload new videos, and give this video a thumbs up, help the channel, and subscribe. And thank you so much, and I will see you in the next.
Boy toy named Troy used to live in Detroit. Big dope dealing money he was getting.